ghostly greetings and hollering at your boy Prue. So I was asked a few times, Pruitt, Halloween's coming up, a couple months. I want to do a reading challenge. What Stephen Kings are good? In my local area, I'm known as the Stephen King Kid because of my 2 Stephen King tattoos. I go to all the shows. I dress up for some of the shows. But I want to talk about Stephen King. I want to talk about some good places to start, some classics, some modern, if you will. That's 2 different things. I just thought I couldn't narrow it down to 3, so I narrowed it down to 6, which was hard to do anyway. But classics, modern, underrated, something I'm just fucking sick of hearing about, and just some Pruisms for Stephen King. So you're going to talk about 15 Stephen King books. I got a beer. I'm grilling meat outside. It's delicious pork loin wrapped in bacon. It's delightful. Cover it with cheese. It's going to be amazing. But I'm a man in the Midwest, so it's required I drink Michelob Ultra while meat is smoking. And I will wear long socks. And when the need requires for me to sit down, I will make a loud noise. Because those are the laws here, and I'm a strict believer in going by the laws. Especially when it requires me grilling meat, drinking beer, and wearing big socks. I have Fred Durst socks. Let's do it. I'm not showing you my feet. No. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I'm going to talk about overrated Stephen King. Not overrated, but Stephen King, I'm just sick of hearing about. Number 1, fan fucking sure, it's fucking It. Sorry about that. My phone, you're on the Stephen King bookshelf. You're on the Stephen King bookshelf. So, there you go. It. I am so sick of hearing about It. I know the movie came out in 2016 and 2018, but I remember when that was coming out, or 2017, I don't remember. But we have a bathroom TV. It's a small TV that's just, you can hook up to your phone with screen mirroring and play music while you're in the shower, cleaning or whatever. I don't do that because I think bringing my phone to the bathroom is disgusting. But I will turn on the news or whatever when I shower to see the weather and yada, yada, yada. Now, I couldn't get away from Stephen King's It when it was fucking being advertised. I'm taking a shit one day, and this is getting kind of disgusting. And there was ads and theories and so much Stephen King crap coming out, casting news, that I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, there's a killer clown. This is about a killer clown that lives in the sewer, and I'm trying to poop. Can we please not show about a clown coming up through the sewer while I'm trying to poop? I'm easily susceptible to advertising. Come on. But I got so sick of hearing about It, I guess, that I was just like, man, I got a Pennywise, I got a SS Georgie tattoo. I am just sick of hearing about it. I get it. And I'm just over it. I mean, I'm getting better now because it's died. It's out. It's happened. Part 3 better not ever fucking, and I was like, oh my God, I was just so over it. Also, another one is The Dark Tower. That's only because the movie was fucking garbage. I was going to talk about this in a section where movies that are books you haven't read because the movie was garbage. Please read The Dark Tower, but don't base it on the movie. Okay, so that being said, those are some Stephen Kings that I'm just a little... Oh, one more. I got one more. I just saw it. Christine. I do not like Christine. I'm not the world's biggest car gentleman, as it is. So a book about a car I thought would be a nice change of pace. No, I just couldn't get into it. So those are my overrated Stephen King. Let's talk about classic King. Classic Stephen Kings that I think, excuse me, that are just so good, they're timeless. I'm going to throw out a Bachman, The Long Walk. Actually, these are all pretty good. I have the Bachman books. The Running Man and The Long Walk are just some amazing classic Stephen King literature. The Bachman books have already been a bit more dark, in my opinion. But those are some really good places to start. The Long Walk still holds up today. And I feel like it's just good. My phone is not concentrating on my Wicker bookshelf. So, The Long Walk still holds up today. Another classic Stephen King is, I've read this. I've read each of these at least twice. Except The Institute. I need it fucking off and just read the damn Institute. I'm so fucking busy. All right. Needful Things. It's like 25, 30 years old now. I liked it. It's about the devil basically opens up a fucking pawn shop and you got to pay for... Oh, I want this baseball card. Oh, cool. I'll tell you what. You don't have the money? Just go throw fucking dog shit on that lady's laundry. And the town eventually has enough of it. And I think that is a good classic King. Also, I got to throw in my baby. I got to throw in Salem's Lot. This is my favorite Stephen King. I read this every year. I'm listening to it now. I'll probably listen to it again or read it again this year. But those are some of my top 3 favorite classic Stephen Kings. If you're looking for a place to start, I would say start there. I mean, you can start anywhere, any kind of subgenre, werewolf, zombies, vampires. Stephen King's got a lot of... He's a very diverse author, so just whatever you want, go with it. Modern King is next, and you'll have to forgive me because these are down on the bottom, and I'm old, and I got to pick some up. Now, this one I cheated, and you're getting 4 because Joyland's really short, but I loved it, and I worked at a fair, and this reminded me of that summer. And I thought that was amazing. Doohickey. Okay, so these next 3 books I'm always hearing about are the best modern read in Stephen King. Doohickey I don't hear about as much, but it is, and it's in Florida, which is different because Stephen King always writes in Maine, so I like the change of scenery. But the next 2, 11/22/63, oh my God, this was so fucking good. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like, this was amazing. I couldn't tell people how good I actually thought that was. Like, I can tell Boyd poured his heart and soul and research into that, and that was good. But you can't fuck with Revival. You just can't do it. Revival is the best. My friend Josh at Working Man Reads has a poll going on for what Stephen King book he should read. I'm going to throw some love his way, and you should totally just go and spam. He thinks Revival's going to win. We're going to do our best to make that not happen. Yeah, because I got a book I want us all to vote for. So, here we go. Those are classic. We got modern. Now I'm going to hit underrated Stephen King. I've got a couple. But Rose Madder is amazing. Just fucking amazing. I couldn't tell you again how much I fucking loved Rose Madder. I read this in 2 settings. It's not that thick, but I want you all to do me a favor. I'm going to do my best to link Working Man Reads' channel on this, but I'm not techie. Spam vote for Rose Madder. That would be great. He has more subscribers than I do, so it doesn't matter what I do, but I want to throw love at Rose Madder. I want to hear more about it. Also, Desperation and The Regulators are also extremely underrated, and they make a cool picture when you put them together. Yay! All right, that's enough of that shit. But I really also think that those 2 are extremely underrated. Damn it, Bag of Bones. Bag of Bones is in my way. Story of my life. Damn copy of Bag of Bones getting in the way. All right. So I want to do 2 more topics. Books you haven't read because the movie was shit. Cell is better than the movie. Cell is extremely also underrated. And apart from the ending, it's an A tier. The ending drops it to a B tier for me, but Cell's really good. Cell is so good. I really liked it. And I got this creepy little dun dun dun. I thought that was cool. I'm very easily amused. Also, you know what? Since it's out, I'll throw some love at Bag of Bones. Bag of Bones is better than the movie. I'm still putting this as a C tier Stephen King book, but I really didn't like the movie. And the book I at least found somewhat enjoyable. I was on a train ride, but when I got to the train station, they were like, yo, there's going to be 2 layovers now. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm here for hours. So I walked out to my car because I didn't have time to go to a store. And I was like, what books do I have in the car? Because I usually buy books, and sometimes I'll have them in the trunk for a couple days. Luckily, I had 2 books. One of them was Bag of Bones. I don't even remember what the other one was. But I bought these at the bookstore. I just had them in my car, and I was like, yes. I read this on the train ride, so I had something to do apart from stare off into space for fucking 7 hours. Oh, God, that was terrible. I'm going to bring this up, too, but we all know The fucking Dark Tower is way better than the movie was. The movie was shit. I hate it. I love the Dark Tower. Oi's the best. Long live Oi. Poor little guy. Alright, so there you go. Now where I want to do a real quick one, movies that are better than the book. Blasphemy. I know, but I do think there is a couple examples of movies that are better than the book. And I'm not going to throw Cujo or Christine out there because those just are... I'm not high onto those books, so it's like, oh yeah, I mean, it was just a shorter experience. But let's talk about the ones. But Gerald's Game on Netflix, God, that was so good. So fucking good. I think, I don't know. I can't tell on that one which one is better. They're both really fucking good. I would say, God, just watch that on Netflix. Gerald's Game. Also, of course, The Green Mile. I thought Michael Clark Duncan did an amazing job. Like, this book has been one of my... I wanted to get all the serials together, but I found this one day, and I was like, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So, one day in the future, just to pad my collection, I might span that out. And there's another one I got. Technically, this one was a show, but Under the Dome, I liked apart from the ending. I did. I really did. Apart from the ending, I loved this book. I thought the show, I only seen the first, I think, 2 seasons. And then it kind of went real fucking sideways. And I was not into that. That's been your boy Prue. That's my Stephen King stuff. It's, where do you want to read with Stephen King? Just, if you're into vampires, werewolves, pawn shops, just look up whatever you're into. The author's so diverse. Halloween's coming up. Everyone's like, what's the scariest Stephen King? To me, the scariest one's Pet Sematary. Because the guy loses a kid. That's always scary. The Outsider gave me real heebie-jeebies vibes. So that could have been on the list, but it wasn't as good as the others. Maybe better than Joyland. And then there's always the classics, It and The Shining. The Shining I can't do right now because it's an isolation story. Let's talk about The Shining. Let's talk about this. Yeah, so I hate my cover of The Shining. My books find me. I buy them used. I've only gotten 2 books from Amazon Prime, The Institute, and The Colorado Kid. Funny story on that one, too, when we do that review. But The Shining, I was talking to my friends at work, and I'm like, I just don't like how this gray and black looks on my shelf. Because if you look at my other shelf, it's like black, 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 with gray writing. But this one's gray with black, so it's supposed to stand out. But I just don't like it. Like, I don't know, aesthetically, I don't like it. Then one day, I didn't own Dr. Sleep, but it was out in paperback. I go to the used bookstore, and the guy's like, yo, a dude just dropped off some books, and he's got a Dr. Sleep in there for $1. If you want it, I saved it for you, because he knows I'm a Stephen King collector. I was like, fuck yeah. I paid $5, because I just thought that was a good deal. I was like, yeah, here's $5 cash. He gave me this book, and it was right when it came back. So I paid $5 for it, but it's gray with black. Cause a wheel, right, folks? All right. It's been your boy Prue. This is going on about 14 minutes. But please, if you disagree, comment down below. Tell me your favorite Stephen King, your least favorite Stephen King. I don't know. I love most of his stuff. I'm not going to be that guy who says, oh, this is shit and that shit. But I will say, I'm sick of hearing about Stephen King's It. That is the one novel that I will probably, on all of my reread, that'll probably be last, which is sad because it was one of my favorites. Just got done tired of hearing about it. Same thing with The Dark Tower. But that's the thing, though. The Dark Tower movie was shit, so I'm just like, ha, that's what you get. But those movies were good. So I was like, fuck. All right. I prefer Tim Curry's It, of course, but damn it. I'm going to keep this going until 15 minutes, or just short of. And we just drank a beer together. Fantastic. It's been your boy Prue. Stay creepy. Deuces. Big shout out to Timmy. he drinks on his channel. I appreciate that. No, Timmy's a good guy. We're going over 50 minutes. I don't care. Big shout out to Timmy at Lost Cunningham. I know he's a big horror author. Check out his video on Robert McMannon. I've never read Robert McMannon. He's on my list of authors to read, and I just cannot find his stuff. I don't go to Amazon Prime or nothing like that. I like to go to used bookstores. I like to hunt. I like the hunt of a book. And when I find it, I'm going to buy one. And Robert McMannon and Richard Lamont and Jack Ketchum are some authors I just have a hard time finding. But I've watched that video like 3 times, Timmy, because I really want to get into Robert McMannon. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. But check out his video. If you're a big Robert McMannon fan, check him out. Also, Bentley Little is another author that you're going to start seeing more on my channel. So if you're into the channel, quick channel update. We're already at 60 minutes. Who cares? Robert McMannon, Bentley Little. You're going to get some Stephen King content, of course. Those are some authors I would like to bring up for Halloween. I don't know if and when I'll do it. Maybe some Brian King or Edward Lee. Who knows? Some of the splatterpunk guys. I'd like to do some more horror. I'm getting in a horror vibe, so let's talk about some horror stuff later. It's been your boy Prue. It's been at 16.5 minutes. Seems like a good spot to cut it. Stay creepy. I'll do my best to link Timmy and Josh's channels down below. And if you know any good Halloween reading challenges, hit me up. I might try one out. Who knows?